Cool. I said. All right. Okay. We have always maintained that the Zimbabwean problem is an African problem that requires an African solution. To this end, I am asking the African Union and SADC to lead an expanded initiative supported by the United Nations to manage what I would call a transitional process. We are proposing that the AU facilitation team, comprising eminent Africans, set up a transitional period which takes into account the will of the people of Zimbabwe as exercised on the 29th of March. The African Union team would lead in the constituting and the character of the transitional period. The transitional period would be allow the country to heal, and as MDC we've always said, we will be magnanimous in our victory. Genuine and honest dialogue amongst Zimbabweans is the only way forward. And see, democratization would be in the best interest of this country. Due to the urgency of the situation, I am asking the African heads of state to discuss this crisis at their meeting this weekend in Egypt. Let me be clear. This cannot be a part-time mediation effort. Neither can it be a continuation of talks about talks that have largely been fruitless for several years. The time for action is now. The people and the country can wait no longer. Move this country through some form of a transition. In our considered view, to address the immediate political, social, and economic crisis facing us, 4 actions must be taken with immediate effect. First, the violence must stop. All structures and infrastructures of violence must be withdrawn and disbanded. Towards this objective, amongst other things, war veterans, youth militia, and other encamped on the edges of our cities, in towns and villages, need to be sent home and be reintegrated in our society. Unofficial roadblocks along the roads and highways must be disbanded. These camps and roadblocks are the checkpoints of violence. Violence must indeed stop. Second, the humanitarian assistance must be allowed in the country immediately. Emergency food assistance from the United Nations World Food Program, and other non-governmental organizations must again be allowed access throughout the country for food distribution and other urgent humanitarian assistance. No government should have anything to fear from humanitarian programs. Our people are starving and dying of preventable and curable diseases and need immediate assistance. Third, all House of Assembly and Senate members elected on the 29th of March must be sworn in and convene urgently to conduct normal legislative business. Fourth, all political prisoners must be freed immediately. In particular, we want to mention our Secretary General Tendai Biti and 2,000 other polling agents and other structures that have been detained over the last 3 weeks. Together. But we are not alone. Let me say clearly that there is no discussion about moving forward without our Secretary General Tendai Biti, who has been so instrumental in all our plans and discussions. Tendai Biti is an indispensable asset of the MDC and the people of Zimbabwe. He must be released immediately. He must be.